Hello, everybody. So now you have decided that you're going to invest in the NGX. How do you go about investing? Do you go out and look for a physical firm, or do you resort to what most of us do and just pick an app at random? What makes an investment app the best investment app for you? I'm going to break all that down in this video. My name is Daisy, and this is Growing Wealthy with Daisy, where I take you through my investment journey so that you won't make the mistakes I have made, because I have made a lot. So if you're interested in this kind of content, please click the like button, subscribe, and let's dive right into securing, or rather finding the right app for you. So there are certain things I like to look at before I delve into using an app. When I was a newbie, like when I started investing from scratch last year, this is more than 12 months now, I did not know anything. So someone mentioned an app on a YouTube channel. And because I trusted that person's judgment, I simply rushed and picked the app and started putting money into the app. Did it pan out very well for me? Kind of. But if I had known what I know now about researching an app before I actually put my money into it, I would not have made certain mistakes that I made in the past. So that is where this video is coming from. So let's jump right into the things that you must look at before you pick an investment app. The very first thing you should check is the credibility and track record behind the company that is offering the app. Now, these apps are just interface, okay? It's just the interface between you and the investment house. So if the investment house is good, then the interface can be good. But if the investment house is bad or it is shady, that is an issue. Before you, I mean, if you go on what they call it, Play Store or whatever, you're going to see a plethora of apps. But how do you know which one is best for you, given your peculiar circumstances? There are things you have to look for. Look at the company, research the company behind the app. Is the company registered with the SEC, Security Exchange Commission? Is it licensed to offer the services that it is offering? That is very important. How many years has the company operated? Now, personally, I will not put my money into an investment firm that has not survived at least 5 years in the Nigerian market. The investment firms I use, they are all within 10 to 30 years in the Nigerian market, so they know their onions. What assets are under its management? What assets do this company or this investment firm manage? How has the company survived different market cycles? Now, this is why I look in the terms of years. A company might be new today. Like, I think we all remember those forex companies that just sprang out of nowhere and everybody was rushing and putting in their money, and we know how it ended. It is because people did not do their due diligence to find out how long these businesses have been in operation and if they have survived adverse market cycles. So you must do your due diligence. You cannot leave this for anybody. Now, most importantly, what is the reputation of that company? The reason I picked the app I first of all picked was because the person who recommended it has a good reputation. And so I said, if this person who is an investor, okay, an investor that people look up to, is actually making use of this company, making use of their app, then I think it is safe enough for me to invest my money. And that was how I picked my very first app. The rest that I picked based on research by number one, tracking their record. How credible is the company behind the app? The second thing you must look for is regulatory compliance. Are these companies regulated by SEC? Are they registered by SEC? Are they members of relevant regulatory industry bodies? Do they give full disclosure, like who their owners are and stuff like that? If they don't give full disclosure of who owns the company, run. No. If they don't give full disclosure of how the money that you're investing in them is being used, run. Don't invest in such a company. There are compliance notices. Do they post compliance notices? Okay. The published financial information, is it available? Is their website public? Can you go to their website, the website of the company, not the app now, the website of the company, and get regular financial information, or is it just a blank slate? If you click on the website and it's a single page website that looks like something that was by coded, run. Oh, that's all I can say. But you must ensure that the company that you are choosing to invest with through their app is compliant with all the regulations in the Nigerian market. And the third thing you must look at is transparency, because a good investment platform should never leave investors guessing. So you should be able to ask yourself questions when you open the app for the first time. Ask yourself, can I see my portfolio clearly? Can I clearly see if I am gaining or if I am losing my money? There are some apps that I use that you cannot tell when you're gaining or when you're losing money. But because of their track record, I still use them because I'm experimenting with them. But it is not I do not believe that that is the right kind of app for a newbie, for someone who is just entering into the investment space. You must be able to find out, are returns updated regularly? My favorite app, that one, every morning they post what I made the previous day. So I don't have any issues with that one. But the other apps don't do that. So I have to start calculating plus or minus. Did I make money? Did I lose money? That is not good for the beginning investor, as a beginner investor. Can you download statements? Very important. If there is no way that you can download your statement of account, that app is suspicious. That's all I can say. Are your historical transactions available? Can you go back and see, okay, my transactions between May 2026 and July 2026? You know how banks are. When your bank app rather, when you want your transaction, you put the date and it brings it to you. It either sends it to you as an email or it sends it to you on the app and you can download it. The app that you intend to use for investing should have that same feature. If it doesn't have that same feature, it is not transparent. Are the fees clearly disclosed? This one is so important. So there's one app that, because of hype, I decided to experiment with it, and I put in money, and I realized I put in like 100,000 just to play around to see how transparent this app is. Would you believe that fees cut like 4,000 naira from my 100k? Like seriously, and these fees were not disclosed upfront. If you calculate the fees that they claim that you will pay, it wasn't even up to that. And 4,000 naira, that's like 4%. It just went just like that. Haba. So as a beginning investor, don't make that mistake. Ensure that the fees are clearly disclosed, because good investment requires visibility. The fourth thing that you should look at is your ease of deposits and withdrawals. Liquidity matters. It matters, particularly if you're using these apps to build your buffer fund, your emergency fund, or your opportunity fund. The liquidity, it really, really, really matters. So you should be able to tell how quickly do deposits reflect. These things should be listed in the app. It should be in the FAQs in the app. So how quickly would your deposit reflect? How long would withdrawals take? Are the withdrawals instant? Does it take one working day, 2 working days? All that you need to know. What are the withdrawal limits? How much can you withdraw per day? How much can you withdraw at any given time? You need to know those. Are there hidden charges? Are there charges when you withdraw? The best apps to use are those that do not charge you for withdrawing your money from your wallet, honestly, because some will charge you when you're depositing and some will charge you when you're withdrawing, and that is just chopping away at your money. So the best app that you can use is the one that doesn't have any hidden charge whatsoever. And when you're about to withdraw, do you have to fill plenty form, open your mouth, close your mouth, turn your face left and right, all those kind of things? Those things matter. Now, if to you it does not matter and you feel okay, you can take the time to open and closing your mouth because you want to withdraw your money. Fine, use your money. But for those of us who are busy professionals, we realize that the easier the withdrawal process, the better. This it has to be secure. Don't get me wrong. It must be maybe two-factor authentication or that. It has to be secured. But the ease of withdrawal is also very, very important, because the faster and more predictable the withdrawal process, the better the experience. The fifth thing that you should look out for when selecting an app is your goals. What are your investment goals? And does this app provide the right options or the right vehicles for you to meet your investment goals? Now, different apps offer different things. I have noticed that some apps only offer things on the company's stable, like their mutual funds, okay? While some apps combine stocks and funds. And some apps even go further to give you the options of stocks, bonds, funds, and even ETFs or dollar investments if they are available. So The ideal app should be the one that gives you ease. If what you are interested in is dollar-based investment, then the ideal app should give you dollar-based investments. If all you're interested in is buying maybe federal government bonds or ETFs through that app, then the ideal app should give you that options. Now, some people would prefer the app that combines all these options into one, and others, like myself, would prefer to split our investments in different companies. Not that we don't trust the company, it's just that we grew up saying don't put all your eggs in the same basket. So I would not advise any investor to use just one company or just one app for your own peace of mind. So that in case one is disturbing, you can always switch to the other one. So what I do personally is for my government bonds, for my treasury bills, commercial papers, I use one app. That one is dedicated for that. And then for my mutual funds and my dollar-based investments, I use another app. And then to hold my money down, I use a completely different app. So I have like 4 apps running different purposes for me. And I'm not saying that that is what you must. I'm not saying that you must use all 4 apps. I'm just saying that if what you need is one app that provides all the services and you go for that investment firm. But if, like me, you prefer to hedge your bets and not put all your eggs in the same basket, then you have 2 or 3 alternatives, just like you have 2 or 3 bank accounts, and most of you have 2 or 3 SIM cards because of network failure. The sixth thing that you must consider when choosing an app is user experience. Now, this is where most people start because they look at an app and they say, oh, it's easy to use, or it is difficult to understand, and then they quit investing completely. But that's not the first thing you should look at. But it is also very important because you have to look at the interface. Is the interface easy to understand? Is buying the unit straightforward? Can a beginner navigate it comfortably without somebody whispering over their shoulder? That's very important. Is the app stable? Does it crash frequently? Hey, that one is a problem. How regularly is it updated? What are the security features? Now, technology should reduce friction. It shouldn't create it. So if the app is proving too cumbersome, if you don't understand what is going on there, then I don't think that is the best app for you. Customer support number 7. This one is important. For those of you who have been following my channel for a while, you remember when I first of all, my very first investment in federal government savings bond, and I was waiting for coupon payment. And the coupon payment did not drop. They said it to drop on the 11th. Here, 11th passed, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. So I fired a quick mail to the customer care of the app that I used to purchase the federal government savings bonds, and they responded within a few minutes, like within a few minutes, very quickly. And within an hour, the issue that they had with my account was rectified and my coupon payment dropped. So if your customer care does not respond almost instantaneously, that is not the best app for you because it's money. It's money we're talking about. And I'll be risking my money, my hard-earned money. If I'm earning less than 150,000 naira, I'll now put investment, my hard-earned money. You now customer care. No, now. So you have to pick the right customer support. If the app doesn't give customer support, if there's no WhatsApp channel, if there's nowhere you can call, if you cannot, chat with an agent or a bot right there in the app, then I don't think that app is the right app for you. And of course, we cannot look away from security. Security is so important. So we have to look for features like two-factor authentication because you don't want somebody who just has access to your phone to be able to withdraw your money. Biometric login. This is also important for those of you who use it. Personally, I do not like biometric login for some reason. I prefer two-factor authentication. I like the encryption, and I like the fact that I can only withdraw into one specific account, not multiple accounts, one account bearing my name with my BVN. And that is a security feature that I actually absolutely love. Your login notifications. Do the app send you notification each time someone logs into the app? If it doesn't, then that app is not very secure. It's not helping you secure your money. Now, if somebody logs into your app, you should be able to tell. My apps, all the apps that I use does that. So as soon as there is a login, it sends me an email. And I, of course, because I'm the one logging in, I have peace of mind. So if someone else is logging into my app, I would also know. And it's very important. Device management. Strong password requirements. If your app doesn't have strong password requirement, it is a problem. So these are the things that you should look at when selecting an investment app. Now, there is one more thing I would like to add. The ninth one, I'll call it a bonus criteria, Sha. If the investment app, the investment firm does not offer training resources, run. The best investment apps don't just sell investments, they teach investors. So you have to look for the apps that actually give you articles or videos, or they have webinars, they have market commentaries, they have beginners guides, they have investment calculators. Those are the things you should look at, because you're a beginner now, you're a newbie, you need to learn, and you need to learn quickly. So the company or the app that offers these services is the one that you should use. It is the one that is best for you. But if your app does not offer any of these services, I would not advise you to use it as a beginner. When you are more, mature and grounded in the whole investment thing, you might go ahead and do that. But as a beginner, I will not advise. And also, another bonus criteria is performance reporting. A good app must give you performance. So it should be able to show you your portfolio growth chart. Is your portfolio growing? Your historical returns, your dividend history. How much dividend have you been paid? I can go to my app now for my mutual fund and click on May 2025 to May 2026, and it shows me my total dividend. So when my equity fund was growing and growing, I went from 325 naira per unit to 900 naira per unit before when it got to 900 naira per unit, I knew that was the time to liquidate and put it in a safer investment, because I had hit my investment goal. I had done almost 200% in one calendar year. And it was so fascinating. But you could see the historical trend, you could see the data. The app gave me the data. So I was able to know, okay, I have made so much progress. I need to do this. Your asset allocation, for example, their mutual fund, what are they invested in? If it doesn't tell you what they are invested in, then run, because that kind of investment is risky. As my friend will say, adequate risky. I don't even know what adequate means. If you know what it means, please put it in the description, put it in the comments. Let me know so I will not be saying rubbish. And downloadable reports. You should be able to download your reports for record purposes, maybe for litigation or something. It should be available. So this helps you as an investor to make informed decisions. You're not making emotional decisions. Fee structure. Oh Lord, have mercy. I know I have touched on this before, but you have to now. Many beginners only ask whether an app charges fees. I mean, you should know, but I think the better question should be, can I clearly understand every fee that I am paying? So you have to watch out for things like brokerage fees, management fees, custodian charges, withdrawal fees, stamp duties, VAT, hidden administrative charges. Like I was telling you about the other app that had all these hidden charges, and they took 4%, 4% of it. I just invested the money and you're already taking 4%. You've not even made me a profit. When my main app, that one, they take less than 2%, and it's after I've made a profit. So the difference is clear. So we have to understand that sometimes the cheapest app is not the best, but all fees must always be transparent. We have come to the crux of the matter, and this is the end of this video. But I would like to remind you, you're not choosing the app. You are choosing the company behind the app. So do your due diligence. Who owns this company? Where are they operating from? What are their philosophies? Do they sponsor education in Nigeria? Are they invested in Nigeria, or they're one of those Abroadians that just want to siphon money out of Nigeria in terms of fees? These are things that you should consider, because you are choosing the company first. The app comes second. Now, the app is not the place, the app is not an investment. Okay, the app is just an interface. You are investing through the company. The app is just the interface that you use. It's just like going to a physical office. For those of us who don't like going to physical office, the app is what we use. So you must pay attention to the company behind it. This has been a long video, and I'm sure that you have gotten benefits from it. So please like, subscribe, share with your friends, with your neighbors, with your enemies, with your frenemies, with your church members, so that other people can also learn what we're learning, and the algorithm would take my video and show it to more people who actually need these trainings. So thank you, and I will see you in the next one.